Well, hello there, guys. Welcome to part 3 of Operation Modular. I want to thank everybody for sticking with us with this series, and please continue to stick with us. Hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe if you want to see some more of this kind of gameplay. In this next battle, guys, the last 2 battles were very, very active tank battles. I highly recommend those of you that haven't taken a look at that, make sure to take a look at the playlist for this particular campaign and go watch those. In this one, we're actually going to be playing as UNITA forces, I believe, and we're doing an infantry attack here on the MPLA. I don't know how this one's going to go. We don't have any actual armored support, so things should be a little different. Let's see how it goes, boys. All right, interesting, guys. So actually, just says BG retreated. I believe that our men just automatically retreated there. The next battle is going to be another infantry attack, this time with our South African troops. Let's see how we do against this MPLA position. All right, folks, we definitely see an interesting battle approach here. And of course, since we don't have, I think we have maybe some trucks back here, but I'm pretty sure those are not armored trucks. Yeah, I don't think so. We want to go ahead, push forward, guys, and just do an all-out attack, really. I'm guessing, actually, these trucks have drivers, but no machine guns on the back, so I think these are pretty much recon vehicles. We might actually send them with our men just to get an eye on the situation. And at this point, what I'm going to do is actually take this group up here. So I'm going to start. I like the deployment. There's got no problem with that. I'm going to try to cut off the enemies in case they try to retreat this way. Grab this group over here, and I'm going to push to the center. And this group is essentially just going to be tasked with charging forward. In fact, I'm not going to take too many of those vehicles with us, because the last thing I need is us to lose some vehicles. It's just not something that's going to make us any better in this battle. So we're leaving it entirely up to the infantry here, guys, pretty much. And of course, their ability to cut off the enemy is all going to be important if we want to win this battle. Well, wish us luck, folks. Looks like we have already spotted, guys, an enemy vehicle here. Let's take a look at the enemy contact. And this is the problem. Looks like we're facing enemy vehicles. Can our men actually take these things out? I think they can. I think we have RPGs. And yeah, sure enough, you can see those RPGs going towards the target. Let's just hope that our men are quick with this. Because 2 of them just missed and struck right in front of the enemy. Another one missing there, as you can see. We don't have unlimited RPGs. There we go. That's a kill. And just amazing work by our infantry to take on that particular armored vehicle division and actually do some damage. But we've got to keep attacking. Apparently, we've also taken some captives this early on. It could be that since we're playing as the South African Army, we actually have a slight advantage in terms of technology here, even against enemy APCs. There's some MPLA soldiers that will soon be going into our prison camps, and we've got to thank our quick advance for that. Now, I have changed the look of the units, guys, a little bit. Let me know if you prefer this. Some people were asking for the ability to just see units a little more clearly here without having to see all the, I guess, what would I call this, the overlay over the actual unit. So in this one, we're really just basically spotting where our units are. We still get that triangle, which is kind of annoying, but a lot of the other stuff is out of the way here. All right, I don't see any other enemy vehicles biting the dust here, so I'm a little concerned. I mean, seems to be very effective fire, believe it or not. But I'd like to get some more hits on the enemy. Shoot. These might actually be UNITA troops, guys. The reason I'm saying that is they're using AKs. That is not the standard rifle of the South African Republic. So it very well could be that essentially right now what's happening is we are using our UNITA troops to try and push forward here. And once again, more armor. And, you know, I'm thinking if we just keep getting hit here from armored vehicles, we probably should pull out. Unless we start getting a few more hits, you know, on their armor, I just don't see this being a good idea to continue. That being said, our guys have some pretty good targeting skills just hitting enemy infantry. Maybe we could just go ahead and grab the guys in the field here and just target the infantry. You can see all those tracers going towards them. So I'm thinking if we keep the fight going, we've got to be able to get some enemy casualties here. Almost certainly. All right, there we go. Come on, boys. Yeah, that's it. UNITA's going to stand up to the MPLA in this battle. We have to. Just going to try to take up a defensive position here. Although this entire battle is pretty much out in the open, so I don't see that getting better. So you can see on the bottom, guys, a lot of our units are suppressed here. It really diminishes our chance of getting a kill, but I'm just not giving up, man. Thinking we're already in the field here. We should try and get as many kills as possible. Even if that means losing a lot of men. I mean, we've got a lot of other units elsewhere, but, playing as the South Africans, we do want to reduce casualties. I will be honest about that. But maybe that's just not what we should be doing here. Let's keep up the fire. Come on. I hope we still have some RPGs because we definitely used a lot up just then. Specifically moving these guys forward because I think we could potentially get some RPG shots on the enemy. So start targeting them. Come on, boys. Just don't let him get up that road. I know you could take him out. You can see a lot of MPLA vehicles. I mean, we've really badly damaged their vehicles in previous battles, but they've got plenty left. We can see that here. Getting absolutely pounded by our machine guns, but it's just not going to penetrate. Unless we get really lucky, we're not getting a penning shot without some RPGs. Quite a lot of units over here. We could actually bring these over and have them join the fight. Again, even if we can take out some MPLA troops, that's still pretty good. We know we're not going to win this battle just because of the fact that the enemy has pretty much armor and we don't. But, we're not going to make this easy on the enemy. They probably expect us to retreat immediately. I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to keep fighting. Once again, the enemy suffered greatly already. And if we just lose infantry and none of our armor, I'm not thinking that's a huge loss. I know that sounds pretty brutal. And messed up, but these are UNITA troops. These are not our South African soldiers. I think I'm going to keep the fight going. See if we just target one unit, if we get a better chance at hitting it. I don't think so. I think just the lack of RPGs here is really the main problem. You see some enemy mortars coming in. Yeah, definitely a lot of our boys down. This is not like the other battles, guys, where we were doing extremely well. We basically had an advantage. This is very different, and at this point, it's the MPLA that carries that advantage. And I'm starting to think that, yeah, maybe, pretty soon here, we're going to want to go ahead and accept that ceasefire. Or not even ask for a ceasefire, we're probably going to have to run. There's no way they would accept a ceasefire in such a situation. Or situation, we could call it that as well. This is a situation in every sense of the word. It actually looks like there is an enemy vehicle here we took out. They probably just abandoned it, actually. So I don't know if it's going to count as an actual loss. All right, they're already taking fire. Get down, fire, return fire. Oh, I just saw a hit there. Potential hit on an enemy APC. I mean, the problem is they would be trapped if we had rockets, but we don't. So otherwise, this would be a perfect ambush situation. There we go. Oh, we still have some RPGs, boys. We got to keep the faith. We definitely still have some RPGs. See, this is why I just can't surrender yet. There's another RPG completely missed, though. Our guys definitely need to go back to AT school and figure out how to deal with enemy tanks, enemy vehicles. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I told you guys they were trapped. I wasn't kidding. I mean, it's a terrible position for them. Sure, we're out in the open, but they're in between two large forces of infantry on a narrow little dirt road. So as long as we've got, a few rockets left, we can knock these guys out easily, really easily. So that's why I am not giving up yet. I feel like we could potentially kill these guys. There we go. We just killed their crew within seconds. Nobody escaping in this area is going to actually escape without getting some bullets in them. It's just not going to happen. Not even our own men, to be fair. All right, looks like that group has already engaged enemy infantry, and that's specifically why I went into that group. The only issue here is we have a lot of commanders in this group, but they are really engaging there. We'll actually jump over there and see how they're doing. They're also pretty badly suppressed, as far as I can tell. I mean, they're returning fire, but the enemies got us under fire as well. Oh, I love to see those machine guns firing at the same time. Nice AK fire, continue it. Oh, another hit. And that was an RPG. Technically, it wasn't a miss, but it didn't hit a vehicle. However, RPG struck right here and killed a few of the enemy here. So this is pretty nice. Some actual leaders. Fortunately, these two guys are ours, but it's good to see that an enemy leader got killed there by just some shrapnel. But I don't like the fact that these guys were expelling their RPG rounds against this infantry. Again, the enemy's got a lot of leaders here too, so it's kind of a tit for tat here. If we can knock down some of their commanders, that's going to be great. See how they're doing against the continuous fire here. There we go. Good shot. 2 shots, guys. One there, that's a kill. One there, that leader is down. I don't know if he's dead yet, but he's definitely wounded. Let's say that. Yeah, he's still moving. He's got some pink smoke there. I don't know what that means, guys. That's scary. That could be. Pink smoke could be enemy artillery being called in. Look how many men we still have. Come on, guys. We're crazy if we surrender. We're going to do an all-out assault on the enemy here. I am going for it, man. With this many men, we should be walking right over and the MPLA. I don't care what they have. Let's see if just numbers alone can get us a win here. And let me know in the comments down below before the video ends. Do you think we're going to get a win here or a loss? That would be awesome to see how many of you stuck this far in the battle, and also what you guys think about the future of this fight. Got a lot of infantry, guys. We're not giving up. Look at those tracers, man. Enemy is under consistent fire. The issue, of course, being it's mostly armor. I'm thinking I want all of these infantry units to go ahead and focus on the enemy infantry like our guys are doing over here. It looks like they've got also a potential AT gun out there. There's no way I'm going for it. It's going to take way too long. But something to keep in mind. Oh boy, what do we got here? Some more enemies approaching. I'll actually take this group, move this way, and go ahead and set up some targets here. I mean, for the Angolans, this is a civil war, guys, so there's just no way that we can't win here without being completely brutal, and one of the ways of doing that is just going for them, ambushing them wherever the hell they are, keeping the pressure on them. I mean, we've beaten them in the last 2 battles, dramatic victories using our South African forces. Now we've got to prove that we can hold with our UNITA forces. I think that's going to be very important. Oh, that's a hit! Is that a hit on the tank? We'll see eventually, guys. We'll actually move over here, see if there's any more down enemy vehicles. Did you guys hear that RPG? RPG being fired. Fortunately, it doesn't look like it hit, but definitely a lot of enemies down here. A lot of infantry, as well as, actual vehicles. And you can see, like, the terrain here is perfect for an ambush. There's, like, little tiny, like, depressions in the territory here. It's probably also caused by the massive artillery. And our guys can easily hide in here. The problem is soaking the enemy. You can see them pretty much hiding in areas over here. A lot of them, though, have already been hit and are wounded. Let's move back, boys. And that is just withering fire. But still haven't knocked out any of the enemy armor. And this is the one reason I think we might want to pull back. We've got our own armor. We just have to bring it in next turn. But obviously, keeping this position would definitely help us in this battle. There's no doubt about that. And make this a much easier campaign to win. Let's put it that way. That's definitely a tank, man. Unbelievable. They've got tanks here and everything. How great would it be if we could wipe out armor? There's a hit. That is a hit. Not a kill, though, but it looks like got him right in the side. And I got to give it. That's pretty badass. This guy just kind of holding his AK at hip level and firing. There's another hit. Come on, boys. We've definitely got the RPGs, you know, necessary to kill this thing, but 3 hits, and he's still firing. I want to see this thing burn up. It's, of course, a Soviet tank, but it's actually given to the Angolans by the Cubans, in turn given to the Cubans by the Soviets. So this thing's pretty damn good. Pretty standard, not a modern tank by today's standards, but for the time, this was pretty modern. I think the best thing we can hope for there is that we at least injured the crew, but I just don't see us breaking that thing. I don't think it's going to happen. Looks like the enemy's also targeting us with artillery, guys. Look at that. Our most distant unit is being targeted with artillery. But we are not surrendering. UNITA shall stand strong. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep firing. Just lost another commander. You can see quite a lot of our commanders being killed there. Many of the commanders leading the UNITA forces here were wiped out. I think the same is going to be true for the enemy, though. Is that another hit? It is! It's another hit, guys! Looks like 3 vehicles down, and this one pretty much looks stopped. Oh, yeah, he can't move. That guy's stuck. Beautiful. It would have been better if we had taken one of his wheels out, but I'll take it. Better than nothing. Trying to see where that artillery's dropping. Ooh. Yeah, these guys don't know what to do. They're not really a threat to us right now because I think we've actually got these vehicles suppressed. And the position they're in, I mean, if I was one of the drivers in these vehicles, I would be absolutely terrified. And I'd probably be trying to retreat back that way as quickly as possible because they're stuck. One of these guys is stuck. Now this guy's rammed into him. He can't move. This would just be a perfect kill, but we need the damn RPGs here to make it work. I'm going to go ahead once again and just immediately assault that position. Just see if somebody, by some miracle, can't go ahead and produce a rocket-propelled grenade. Wow, he got shot right through the chest. His heart pretty much exploded there. That was brutal, I have to admit. Situations like that make me want to go ahead and accept ceasefire, not the ceasefire, accept the retreat, really. Ooh. Yeah, they're definitely trying to hit our units, but it's actually pretty much danger close here. It's pretty close to a lot of their units as well. And you can see on the field there, I mean, they've lost a lot of infantry. We're obviously going to see that in the post-battle report. You know, we didn't manage to take out all these APCs, but man, did we do a number on their infantry, although I'm sure they did a much worse number on ours. The difference there being we've badly bloodied them in previous battles, taken a lot of prisoners too. So I'm hoping even if we don't get a good result in this battle, we'll still be able to go home with somewhat of a, not a victory, but it wasn't so bad at least. Come on, come on. Oh, this is a chance. If anybody's got an RPG, now's your chance. Let's hope he's walking right into a trap here. Come on, boys. Man, he might just evac from pure shock if we keep that up. Got a guy right here. Oh, he just threw a grenade. Just threw a grenade. I don't think it's an anti-tank grenade, though. Come on, somebody produce an RPG. looks like we got some guys here trying to take this guy out too. Oh, nice! We hit him. We hit him. Let's keep on going. That's a miss. That's a miss. Come on, guys. Fire away. It's another hit, but misses. We're just consistently missing. That's a hit. That's a hit. And these are mainly grenades, I believe. I can see the guys throwing them. How effective is that going to be against the APC? I think enough grenades could possibly knock this out. Also just taking some captives, guys. It's always good to take prisoners in a battle. Generally shows you how things are going morale-wise. But yeah, no matter how many grenades we throw at this thing, he's not dead. And he's not dying. Come on. That thing's also getting hit, guys. Both of them are. But once again, just not sufficient armaments to be able to destroy that thing. So I'm going to go ahead. I just want to take a look at the captives taken. Yeah, a few of these drivers tried to surrender, but unfortunately didn't really get too far. What's this? I think it's an enemy capture. Yeah, definitely. So they're starting to take our prisoners. Yeah, it's time to go ahead and give it a run, guys. I'm going to go ahead and withdraw. I just think it's the right thing to do. And as you can see, our withdrawal is going to take a while. I warned you guys about this before, that there was a big chance that if either side, whoever withdrew, is still going to be taking a pounding from the enemy remaining on the field. So we'll go ahead and be pretty aggressive here in the last 5 minutes of the fight. I don't know how much good that's going to do, though, but every casualty counts. The same can be said for our side, though. I'm going to charge here because I don't see us destroying that APC. So, again, at the very least, maybe we can get a few more kills on infantry. Either way, this is what I believe. Of course, you guys can disagree with me down below if you'd like. Either way, we've won the last two battles with dramatic victories. Most of our own rattles surviving. They're now available to be used again in the north, number one. And number two, this is kind of our first defeat, and it's our MPLA forces. It's our infantry. So I think even with what we have here, what we're escaping with, it's not so bad. It really isn't. But could disagree with me. I think the biggest issue here is the loss of commanders. We lost a lot of commanders in this fight. We also had entire divisions pretty much just made up of all commanders. I'm not sure what that was about. I'm talking about this one up here. I didn't make that happen, but interesting setup nonetheless. And I like to think that we absolutely put up a good fight, no doubt about it. It looked like the enemy was just going to be a walkover for them. They had to work for this one. They lost a lot of men doing it. They lost a few APCs, some of them getting stuck, and it's a shame because I think since we retreat, the APCs that are stuck will be saved. But I believe if the enemy retreated, those APCs would actually become captured APCs or would simply be counted as APCs that have been dismounted, basically just abandoned. So don't think that's going to happen now since we're running away, but got to do what you got to do, boys. The Brevonita troop has fallen right here. Sorry, my brother. But we also got some of their commanders. That's one of them right there. It looks like he was trying to run away. Got him in the back. And you can see our boys are still fighting. They're not giving up here. This guy's got an AKM. I'd love to see him open up on the enemy, but they're still giving the enemy some hell here. Come on, open up. No, fire from here. Don't move so close. You're crazy. I'm also curious as to how much ammunition our guys have left. This unit looks okay, 16. We've used up a lot of ammo. There's no doubt about that. That's actually something I didn't consider with our rattles. Do we have enough ammo in our rattles to continue an attack in the future? Man, we better hope so. Obviously, guys, with some more RPGs, with just maybe 1 or 2 or even 3 tanks or some rattles, we could have set up an ambush there that would have just put the enemy to shame. Basically popped every single one of those APCs. Their infantry would have been chewed up by our own, which pretty much happened during this battle either way. And it would have been a total death trap for the enemy. Either way, they still got rattled up, no pun intended. But I don't think it's going to affect them too much. Once again, the loss of infantry for both sides was bad. We just have to see what the campaign map holds in store for us for the next few battles. Oh, that's an abandoned vehicle. Nice. I didn't see that one. They have abandoned one, guys. So maybe that's 3 vehicles or 4 vehicles even that we've taken out. All right. It's a defeat, of course. 91 killed on our side, 14 killed on the enemy side, and heavily wounded was dramatic on our side. This was a total loss. No doubt about it. A lot of enemy vehicles lost, that being said, so that's kind of something to look forward to. But it just wasn't a victory. Now let's go to the campaign map and see what we've got coming up next. All right, guys, interesting. It's our turn to move. I think it is. If not, we'll go ahead and the turn here. Now it's our turn to move, and I think I'm going to be heading south. Then again, this is the scary thing. We're going to have to keep some of our units here to hold this position. So I'll take this rattle. Take this rattle right here. And I don't know if Lauter can attack. Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be interesting to say the least, folks. We really have to hope that these units know what they're doing. Okay, guys, we'll end the turn there, and let's see how the enemy reacts. I think, again, the last point they have is that one right there. That's pretty much all they have. I think technically we win here in terms of victory points, but I'd obviously like to make that 100% certain. And it looks like both of our rattle squads are going to be with us for this fight. So stay tuned, guys, till the next episode. I'll catch you then. Make sure to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much. Also, please, please share this on social media. The more people we have watching this, obviously, the better. Catch you on the next one, guys.